weeks ago, I ran 29.02 and moved to 16th on the Scottish all-time 10k rankings. What did it take to get there? Well, it took 0 David Goggins style 4 AM alarms and thousands of days with slow mornings and no alarm, like the one I'm going to show you in this video. Let's get into it. Good morning. Finally, after injuries and Christmas and New Year, I'm back into my routine, just how I like it. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to film a day in the life at home, which I've somehow never done before. I'd done one on warm weather training camp at the very start of my channel, and I did one on altitude training camp during the summer, but life looks a little bit different at home. This morning we've got classic threshold session, 6 by 5 minutes with 1 minute float recovery. Over this past week or so I've just gradually been building up the threshold volume. Started off with 20 minutes, went to 24 minutes, and today half an hour of total threshold volume. I've been doing it on my own, but today, for the first time in over 2 months, I've got my dad back pacing on the bike and behind the camera. It's going to be very nice to have him back. We're going to have a great morning. We'll even maybe get a little bit of an update from him. But I'm just going to finish up this warm up, get into the session, and I'll take you through my entire day in sunny Glasgow. This is my third threshold session back after my injury. It's actually the first one where I'm doing a proper warm up. The last twice I've just kind of jogged around and then went straight into it. But back on the stretching and the strides beforehand, which kind of shows that I'm not injured anymore. That's like the sign when things start to go back to normal, you're not like adjusting. So for anybody who didn't watch my last video, basically what happened is I got a grade 1 tear in my hamstring on the 23rd of December doing a track session. Missed 12 days of running, which took me to last Monday, 9 days ago. Have ran every day apart from Sunday just there, where I had a really bad hangover. And yeah, everything feels really good, everything feels a lot better. I've developed a new niggle, which I don't think is going to be an issue. Just feels like one of those things that you're going to get when you come back.
Old age.
Old age. I expect it'll be fine, and we will just train through it until it goes away, which is not advice, but it's just what I'm planning to do. So the plan for today will be to make sure that we're actually hitting that threshold effort. It's very important when you come back from an injury that you kind of drop the ego a bit, and I've not necessarily been doing that. The other day when I did the threshold session, I got down to sub 5 minute mile, which felt okay. I mean, it felt harder than it should have, and I tested my lactate and it was far too high. So the body remembers the pace that I was running like 3 weeks ago, but even after 12 days of running, you need to adjust a little bit. So today is going to be about actually hitting threshold and not trying to hit a pace that should be threshold or looks good on Strava. So that'll probably be about 5:10s down to 5:05s. However, having dad on the bike's going to help. Should we give an update on you? People seem to care. I'll finish my drills first, that's most important. So we're here with everybody's favourite YouTuber. The last time we seen you on the channel, You had just had a heart attack. How's things? How are you feeling?
Started to feel a lot better. It was a bit of a shock at the time, but past that stage now, and hopefully all systems go. And once I get the all clear,
So you're quite confident you're going to get back running to your best?
quite confident. Yes, so this is going to be my first time back on the bike. My heart rate's allowed to go up to like 130, so my wife's very stringent. She set my core-os to 130 and they check it every day. So I reckon my heart rate could go up to about 160, 165 at full effort. So 130s, it's okay. I feel okay out jogging at that. When I was in the hospital, the consultant asked me, did I have any goals? And I says I would love to run a marathon again. So on a wing, basically, I kind of entered the Valencia Marathon for the ballot, not really expecting much. And I got the news yesterday that I've been entered, and I'm in the Valencia Marathon. So that's away in December, obviously. But so that's a goal. That's my goal now. See if I can compete the marathon. That'll be a good goal. I'd love to be able to just do another marathon. I've done 4. But I'd love to do number 5 and call it a day at that.
Well, I didn't know he was going to announce that. So this is day 1 of training for him on the bike. And I'll be there as well. All being well.
Watching?
I keep bringing these gloves.
What?
I keep bringing these that are 2 left hands. That's 3 reps done, halfway, feeling a little bit tired, but that's really just from all the cross training I've been doing. Did some strength work last night, so going to be a bit tired as I increase the training, but the effort feels right. I'm able to still chat, give my dad filming instructions, and the pace is probably good. 3 more reps of that, and should be a good day. One more rep to go. I think even after that whole spiel about dropping the ego, I'm still working a bit hard, but I will try and test my lactate after the last rep and we'll find out for definite. What do you think? Too hard?
Probably, aye. Well, I don't know, you don't look all that bad, actually.
Like, it feels like it should be fine.
Aye.
Maybe it's just a wee bit. Like, it's creeping up on me as I go.
Aye.
But that last rep somehow felt the best, and it was the fastest. I forgot to bring toilet roll. You get some?
I always bring toilet roll. You never know when you need to go.
Right, let's see how the lactate is. I would expect
4.2.
I'm going to guess 4.7, which is what I guessed on Monday when it was 5.7. But that surely felt easier. I was still able to talk at the end there. So let's see what the numbers say, because you cannot argue with the numbers. 4.1. That's pretty spot on actually. Well done, Dad. The goal's usually to keep it under 3.5, but that's more for like a safety buffer because you're really trying to keep it under 4. So, ever so slightly too hard, however, The last rep was the fastest, so it would have been, well, it was fine, that's perfect. And the hamstring felt good. Started to feel it a tiny bit in the last rep.
That's because you speeded up.
I think also it is just that there's always going to be a wee something there until it's completely clear. I'm not making it worse. That was like a 0.5 out of 10. My second new injury was completely fine. So this self-diagnosed injury is likely pes anserine bursitis, which I'm sure came from using a different spin bike where I hadn't adjusted the seat properly. There's almost no pain when I'm running, but day to day and moving around in bed can be pretty uncomfortable. I expect it will gradually ease through icing and painkillers over the next week or so, but I'll keep an eye on it getting worse and I won't do anything stupid. If I can just keep putting in work like that, I'm going to be back to full fitness in no time. It really doesn't matter how you feel, it's just about getting it done.
Can I get home and get my lunch now, man? I'm starved.
Can you take the bag out? I'm going to get a snack.
God's sake.
Protein bar.
Sweet.
11 grams of protein per bar. Lovely.
How slow can you go? This is the bit it gets me about meal runners. I mean, I've seen them all doing it. I've seen Kenyans doing it, warming up even.
So just got back home after the warm down, got that immediate recovery in through the protein bar, but now going to have lunch. I'm going to do some poached eggs. Not poached eggs, scrambled eggs. Scrambled eggs is what I'm going to do. This is my one and only speciality, unless you count porridge as a speciality. And we'll do scrambled eggs with 3 bits of toast. Hydration tab. Replenish all the sweat that I lost. Perfect, look at that. So up to this point in the day has been pretty much exactly how I'll always do things. Wake up, have breakfast, do a bit of work, go out training. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that session. Although it didn't feel amazing, the lactate and the actual paces as well were pretty close to what I would do when I was fit. Still don't know what races I'm going to do. I'm chatting with my coach in a few days, so by the time this video comes out, I might actually know, but that'll be a discussion for another day. At the moment, just focusing on doing all the right things, getting that recovery in, and that's always the most important thing.
Sometimes his eyes open, but he isn't aware of his surroundings.
It's 2:45, I've just woken up from a nap and made a coffee. I don't have anything planned until a coaching call at 5 PM. So I've put on my Mike Wazowski poncho and going to just lock into editing this video for the next 2 hours before going and doing some more training. Just being consistent and doing that every week. And so it's just gone 6:05 and I'm heading to the gym for my second session. For the first time ever, I've been prescribed a cross training session by my coach because I've got this knee issue which we think has been caused by a spin bike. So we're trying to avoid the spin bike, but also he doesn't really want me to do too much on the elliptical after a running session. So we're looking to find that balance where I'm still getting more threshold work in, but I'm not going too far and too hard. So he's given me 10 by 2 minutes with 45-second float, which I'll do on the cross trainer. I guess it'll be about threshold. I just like to go on there and sort of work at a similar effort, but I'm not going to take lactate or anything. Just keeping a rough eye on the heart rate and expecting it to be a little bit lower than it is running. And then I'll do a light gym session. I don't think I've been in the gym since the injury, so I will be going very light before jumping in a sauna and getting some heat gains, because I need all the gains I can get at this point, honestly. I picked up a bit of an injury before Christmas, hamstring, so I'm back running, but just not enough. One rep to go. Pretty sure this isn't threshold, but it is what it is. I'm gonna get fitter anyway. Sweating a lot, but one to go. That was good work. Happy with that. 10 by 2 minutes. Hard-ish, hard-ish. Threshold plus. Session is done, and I know I said I was going to go to the gym and do some weights, but I remembered halfway through my cross trainer session that I ended up in this position because I tried to squeeze weights in when I don't usually, and I would absolutely never lift after a double session day. So I'm just going to head down to the sauna, chill in there, and come back and do weights tomorrow. I'm currently finding it's quite difficult to find the balance between being really motivated and also doing the right things. Like, I really wanted to go to the gym there because I know that going to the gym is a good thing, it's going to make me better. But also, go to the gym for the first time in 23 days after a pretty hard double session day. Could just be asking for trouble. Not as young as I used to be, as my dad keeps reminding me. So anyway, 50 minutes of pretty solid work on the day. And now I'm just going to go and sit in a nice warm room for 20 minutes.
God, it's hot in here. Are you okay? Just need a minute.
Sauna is done. That was brutal. Probably one of the hardest saunas ever. There was rumours going around the sauna that they've turned up the heat. No help by the fact that I came straight from the cross trainer and was already warm, but 20 minutes done. That was a really, really good day of training. Even though I didn't go to the gym, sometimes less is more, and I really feel like I made a good decision on that day, especially with how hard that sauna was. So I know this is going to be controversial, but this is really good rice pudding. It's £1.30 less expensive than the Ambrosia stuff, and it's nicer, dare I say. So pretty standard dinner, carbs, veg, and protein in the form of steak pies, and electrolytes to replenish the salt after that sauna. Jeez. Also add some beetroot. Dad made this one, so maybe we do usually do better, no offence.
Head teacher Feritovich, where apparently they've been making local. No worries. Have a nice night. Thank you. You're pulling the trigger. We've got to at some point, right? We're running out of time. Thank you. Thank you. Well, kept driving into the box.
Time for my supplements. Vitamin D, calcium and magnesium, multivitamin, fish oil. So just finished up all my hamstring strengthening exercises, and yeah, that's pretty much a day in the life. I don't think I could have made a more standard day in the life if I tried. Hopefully that was a good insight. It's 9:30 and I don't have anything else to do, so I'm gonna just get into bed, watch something on the laptop and fall asleep. But thanks very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed, please subscribe and I will see you next week. Cheers! Look at that, man. Poof. I look like I've lived about 5 days.